you doing? I hope we're all doing well. Hope we had a good day yesterday. So, sorry, this is coming quite late. I had a few things. I had a morning class that I had to attend. So, yeah, I thought it was even gonna be a New York session, but I have some time. So let's quickly record this and get back, so we can get this out of the way. So as you can see on Euro USD, I want you to come to the weekly. I want us to come to the weekly, right? So if you can see this weekly, right, we have this supply level pushing the market right down, right? There we have your liquidity right below it. What happens usually when Euro USD grabs liquidity? We have a retracement. So what are we having here? We're having a retracement. Beautiful. Now we go to the daily, right? On the daily, swing wise, we're still bullish, right? From the swing low to the swing high, right? And if we take our fib tool, right? If we take our fib tool, put it in, right? Here we came into discount, pushed up, right? But this supply level is pushing the market down lower. So now we go to the 4 hour. Daily, we're fractally bearish, and 4 hour also. So 4 hour, we want to see some further sells. We would like to see this liquidity being grabbed, which wasn't grabbed yesterday. I thought it was going to be, but also you can see. So what I will be waiting for is probably a push up into this level, grabbing this liquidity. Then I see a change of character, probably breaking this fractal low. This becomes our fractal low, now our fractal high, change of character, and then we can look for further sells, or we just keep pushing up into this area of supply, this 4 hour area of supply right here. So the thing is, we have the NFP on Friday. So usually when we have that news, we want to take out the high and then take out the low, the NFP high and the NFP low. So we took out the high. Now we want to see if we can target the low. So that would just be a way for us to target the low. And yeah, okay, so that's it for Euro USD. So we want to wait for a 4 hour fractal shift, and then we can find the entry on the dollar. Right, so you can see with the dollar, we wanted this to be grabbed yesterday. It was grabbed. Now we want to see a proper change of character, right? So a push up, and then the thing with the dollar is we can still have one more push down possibly, right? If we look here, what do we have, right? This lows, this sort of equal low, so we can grab it and then use it as well to push up, right, on the dollar. Or if not, we just find lower prices. GBP USD, on GBP USD, you can see, right? So 1 2 3, right, broke down, retest of that area. This imbalance pushed the market down lower. Now we have another imbalance right here, right? We have this imbalance right here, okay? And this, okay, so here we have this taking liquidity and pushing it down, right? And here we have the NFP high being taken. So what do we want? We want to target the NFP lows for further shorts, right? I like the GU shorts better. So we have it like this, right? This consolidation, right? So a break of this low fractal structure has shifted to bearish, and then we find lower prices and we can find an entry and use it. So if we go to the 1 hour, right, so you can see we're just consolidating. So we just want a break of this, and then we find we can come and take out this NFP low right here from Friday, okay? Or we can still if there's no change of character, we can still get higher prices here or here, and then start to sell off from there, okay? Now if we go to AU, right, we broke out of this consolidation pattern. We have this imbalance right here, right? This imbalance right here, which we can use to push the market down lower, right? Which the market can use to come down lower. But also we have this equal highs, descending highs. So it's still a possibility for us to come here, grab this liquidity, react to this gap or this area of supply, and then start to sell off, okay? But all we're looking for is sells, right, to grab that NFP low, right? Similar thing. The thing with NU is NU actually came into here, although we have this open area right here, but you can see grab this liquidity and sold off, right? If we go to 1 hour, it's actually clearer, right? So you can see we came into here, we grabbed the liquidity, sold off, broke structure, retest. Now we're just selling off into further lows as we come in to grab this NFP low, right? And so why did I mark this area like this? Because with NU, all we have is just one big consolidation, right? You can see this consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. Here we had the manipulation, right? Now we're just back down in the bottom of the range. So we would like a sweep of this low. So if we can find a trade, you know, to take us down to these lows, then yes, why not? Then gold. Gold, 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 gold. As you can see, gold, right? Swing wise, we're bullish, right? But we came into here and now we're consolidating, right? 0.75, 0.25, right? So we want to buy from here, we want to sell from here, right? So now what are we just looking for? If you come here, also you can see market came into here, shut down, came into here, came shut down, came into this area, shut down again. So all we're just looking for is to come here, it took it down. Now we're retracing just to look for that further sells. If we take this like this, right, what do we have? We've entered premium, so it is prime for us to look for further sells, and we grab liquidity here. Now we have this imbalance area which can act and push the market down lower. Okay, this area right here, this can act to push the market down lower. It would be nice, you know, if we see one more push up, take this liquidity, and then we can start to look for sales, because here we have our current fractal low, our current fractal high. But a break of this fractal low on the 4 hour would just tell us, okay, now we can target this NFP lows from Friday. Okay, now let's move into USD CHF. For USD CHF, right, let me clear this out. Okay, so all you can see here is daily fractally we're bullish, right? Fractal low right here and our fractal high. Oh, pardon. Is fractal high? So that fractal high is our fractal low now. So we're still bullish. So now we had a retracement into this low. Now we are looking for further buys on USD CHF, right? Because okay, so if we look at this is our NFP high, this is our NFP low. We swept the NFP low. Now we're coming here to take out this high, and because it's a news candle, we don't expect the supply to be strong. There's no liquidity there. Okay, so we want this to be taken out, right? If you go to the 1 hour, you can see the market structure, right? You can see it just holding, right? What do we have? Sell, buy up, broke structure, another sell down, buy up, broke structure, right? So we just want to continue following it into new highs. Okay, I hope that makes sense. USD JPY. On USD JPY, right, these are range high, these are range low, right? And now okay, now we broke this 75%, and we're using this V-shaped reversal. These are demand. Now we're inside an area of demand which would enable us to look for further buys. The thing is also, but this area of demand, you know, we didn't grab this liquidity. We have an open area of liquidity, so we have to be watchful of that right here, right? We have these open areas of liquidity, so right here. So the thing is, this is our news candle, right? It's our news candle. So we've taken out the lows. Usually when we have news, we take out the lows, then we go take out the high of the news, right? So now we just want a retracement into the highs, and then we can find buys from the break of this fractal structure, right? So once we break this fractal structure, we start looking for additional positions to take, right? Because we've grabbed here, we've grabbed liquidity here, we grabbed this liquidity, right? Left this area opened, so it's still possible for us to have a push up and start looking for higher prices. Okay, I think that's all we have for today. Have a great trading day. See you tomorrow.